you know, this is a different level for sort of an enthusiast who wants to really experience a naturally aspirated manual car in the summer before they're all gone. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back. You join me here on a really hot day with Adam, who you might remember from the Cupra videos, and we've got two different cars here today. Some of you probably aware, if you've watched some of my older videos on the channel, I got rid of my Cupra a while ago. I've now got this 2017 Audi TT, which I've got more coming on soon. But we've also got with us here Adam's £1,500 BMW Z4 with the straight six. So we're going to be talking to you about why this is the ideal cheap summer car. But before we get on with the video, I want to tell you about my channel partner, Good Life Plus. How do you fancy the opportunity to win an Audi RS5 or a Range Rover Sport absolutely free of charge? Good Life Plus is giving you that opportunity. One of the best rated competitions companies on Trustpilot. Not only do they offer free entries into this competition, but also entries into all sorts of other stuff, including prize draws for holidays, gadgets, and even more cars. Not only that, but my link provides you a 7-day free trial to their gold membership, which can be had for 25% off, which gives you entries into all of the monthly competitions automatically, as well as exclusive discounts. So what you're waiting for, rather than manually entering those car raffles, just sign up to this subscription. You've got your 7-day free trial, you've got your free entries using my affiliate link below, and it will really help out the channel. So here it is then. So you've had this car a while, haven't you now? Yeah, coming up probably half a year. Yeah. I bought at the end of last summer, typically. So this is my first summer to actually enjoy it. Yeah. And today is perfect convertible weather. This is exactly what this car's made for. Exactly that. And yeah, I mean, you don't find many this cheap. This one was 1,500 quid. Where did you actually find it? Facebook. Facebook, of course. Facebook Marketplace, yeah. What happened was I'd actually gone and looked at a different one that was sitting at about 4,000. Different engine, different spec, but it ended up being a complete lemon. It was awful. Yeah. And we was coming back, and I'd seen this one, and it wasn't the colour I wanted, it wasn't the interior I wanted, it wasn't the wheels I wanted, it wasn't the engine size I wanted, but we saw it, and originally when I saw it, it was up for 2,200. And then on the way back, mate was like, why don't you check that other one out? And I was like, oh, I don't really want it. And we checked, and it had gone down to 1,500 quid, and I just thought, that's too good to pass up. Too good to be true, almost, yeah. But it's actually been reliable, isn't it? And these engines are pretty bulletproof in here. So this is the 2.2, which is a straight six. And they also did the, how many horsepower is this one? So I think this is the about 170 from factory. From factory, yeah. And there was a more powerful 2.5 litre, and also the 4-cylinder ones I would say probably potentially worth avoiding. You don't get the full experience with the 4-cylinder. No. You might as well buy like an MX-5 or something like that, I think, if you're looking at the 4-cylinder cars personally anyway. And having driven this, I think the engine is really what makes it. I'm going to sort of scoot through this rubble here that I'm walking through and show you kind of what this car looks like. It's a bit of a I guess you could say conservative spec, this one. Yeah, I mean, it's really was nothing special. I mean, these are the, I think they're 17-inch wheels. They're really not pretty. They're being swapped. Yeah. I mean, again, wooden dash, cream interior is a very niche on what someone would want. But we've jazzed up the steering wheel. Yeah, I've changed that out. That is what I have done. Yeah, it didn't come with heated seats. These are the standard leather ones. They're not the bucket type ones. Yeah. The radio, I don't know what it was because that was already changed when I got it. Yeah. But yeah, as terms of things you can get, not much. It's not got cruise control. It's not got the lights. They have different specs of lights you can get, although they have been swapped out. So we've actually got some aftermarket headlights on here, which I'm normally not too keen on, but they've got the sort of the Angel Eyes, the BMW Angel Eyes, and they've got a dark insert, and I do think they suit this car. Yeah. And there's like the front end just looks quite nice, and this colour's quite cool as well. It's like a sort of a lightish, it has grown on blue. Yeah, it especially pops in this sort of light, and torpedo blue or something. Yeah, I suppose it almost makes a bit of a difference, because a lot of these you see in the standard like silver or black with like the black interior and the aluminium insert. So even though I'm not too keen on the combo, at the same time it is actually really nice and refreshing to see something that's not the norm. And I think now that you've got that steering wheel in there, actually it's pretty sick. Like, that's my little £45 again Facebook Marketplace special. Oh, and also a shorter throw sort of the gear knob there, tiny little stubby gear knob. It's a really nice short throw gearbox in these. You have to really rev the engine out to enjoy them because it's a naturally aspirated straight six, and it's just enough power to enjoy on roads like these. I mean, we've got like some really narrow country roads here, and as you can see, there's like no visibility at all, and you don't want a car with 1 million brake horsepower to smash down here in. All you need is a drop top and a nice noise, and that's exactly what this has got. And for 1,500 quid, I don't think you can go wrong.
No, not really. I mean, compared to the Cupra that we both had,
Yeah.
exact same, spec that we had until you did yours, bits to yours.
Yeah.
That was a fast car, but I'd never had any kind of confidence in any kind of steering, but the smile I get out of this,
yeah,
is
the
way
rear-wheel
worth
drive.
it,
Yeah,
way
so
worth it.
I actually borrowed this a couple of months ago now, and it was a rainy, horrible month, but I managed to get the roof down a little bit and really enjoy it. Got the back end out a little bit, going out of roundabouts and stuff like that. It's really, really good fun. And yeah, hopefully I'll have a full video review coming on this soon. It's just a bit too hot basically to film with the GoPros and everything like that. So we're just going to take it out for a quick spin and just kind of show you what it's all about. Get a bit of noise from the cabin and that kind of thing, because I think even the stock exhaust on this sounds awesome. And as I say, for that sort of money, you really can't go wrong. Like, most people would go for something like, I guess, a Mazda MX-5 or a, what other alternatives are there? Like a Mini Cooper S, something like that. All those sort of like slightly cheaper cars that you can get hold of.
Yeah.
But I think for the summer, you kind of need a convertible, right, to get the full experience, because we've only got a few months in the UK, we can really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, when I bought it at the end of last summer, we luckily had one of them kind of, you get like an extra week later in the year. It was
Yeah.
absolutely lovely weather, and I was enjoying it for that 1 week, and it was great. And then it turned winter, and the roof just did not come down until, well, earlier this year, when eventually it became a bit better. I have replaced the motor in it, so it actually works proper now. It was really slow going down. It might as well have been a manual roof. Yeah. But now just a touch of the button, it goes down. It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly that. So let's fire it up then. Let's hear it, and we'll take her out. It's just got a nice little purr to it. So yeah, it'd be nice with a little aftermarket exhaust on as well. That would be cool. And then up front here we can see the BMW Straight 6 in all its glory. Again, this is one of the lower powered ones, but I don't think really in a car of this size and weight it matters. And of course it's kind of got the clown shoe thing going on from the Z3, which makes it sort of front heavy, which means that the back is quite light and skittish, which kind of is the point. I think that makes it quite a fun car to throw around. So yeah, I mean, it's not to everyone's taste, but I implore you, I think you should have a go in one, especially if you're looking for a cheap summer toy, instead of just going for one of the, I guess, more common options. So, let's take it for a spin.
Let's get on the road.
Yeah. I feel a little bit tall for this car, so you must feel very tall.
I'll get a nice chill across the head. Actually works out all right. The seat is as low as I can get it. I'm not sure it's actually making a difference, is it?
Yeah, there you go.
Do you reckon it is that seal?
Yeah, I'm pressing down on it.
Yeah, I might have to rip it off then. Start again.
Get it.
Hopefully it doesn't break. That was the last OEM one on eBay.
It's a nice linear power band as well though.
Yeah, I mean, with no turbo or anything, it's still, if you're in the right gear at the right revs and you put your foot down, it's still got a nice little
bit of
shunt
torque,
back.
yeah. It's not fast, but it doesn't need to be enjoyed.
I mean, this is now at just over 100,000 miles. And all I've had to do to it is replace the rocker cover valve gasket. And it was absolutely shot. It was, it should be a flexible rubber, and it was like picking out plastic.
Yeah, it's
so
like perish, yeah.
But apart from that, touch wood, it's that's it. So far, for the time I've owned it, I've not really had to do anything else. It depends how picky you want to get.
Yeah, exactly that.
So you look at the paintwork, you can say, oh yeah, there's a little ding there, and there's a little ding there.
For the age of the car, to be honest, it's to be expected.
Yeah.
There's lots of aftermarket upgrades for these now. Obviously there's a big market for them, but also you have the Z4M as well, which is a very rare sought after car now.
Yeah, expensive as well.
Very expensive, yeah. I mean, I was even looking at M3 CSLs the other day, because where we just went for lunch, there was two parked up and they were taking photos of them side by side. CSL 100k plus, it's crazy money. And I don't think, even though the Z4M's a lovely thing, I think this convertible, even obviously the 2.2, this has got this much power. You can get even more power if you get a 2.5, if you want something just a little bit more pokey. And then you've got aftermarket exhaust and air intakes, all that kind of thing.
You got the 3 litres, the 3 litre versions. It's quite a few of them rounds. You can get them in auto.
Bit of welly coming out. It feels like nicely weighted, like.
I mean, unfortunately, with the wheels that are on it at the moment, because of the size of the tyres,
Yeah.
the steering does feel very, you feel very weighty.
I think you've got such a thick tyre on there.
Yeah,
it's a bit wallowy at the moment.
I mean, swapping it over to the MV2s that I've got off of the old M3s.
Yeah.
It's an 18-inch wheel.
Yeah.
It's a lot wider and should feel a lot firmer.
Yeah, 100%.
So that whole kind of, when you're turning it rather than gliding across the roads, should feel a bit more solid.
Definitely. And plus these tyres are probably quite old as well, so...
Yeah, I mean, they came with them when I got them, so God knows how old they could be, in theory. So they're not going to... But it still feels planted for what it is, but it does feel a bit, which is nice for country driving.
Yeah.
You're doing long distances, then big tyres really do help.
Yeah.
But for sports car, weekend car, which is now what this is, it's too floaty.
Yeah.
As it were.
I mean, I can imagine this with like some nice suspension on it and thicker, not thicker tyres, but lower profile tyres, like you say, just for a sportier feel.
Yeah.
I think that would really make it as a sort of. It's not too uncomfortable to cruise around in though. Like you could do a long journey. I know it's a bit small in here and you've not really got any space for your luggage and so on, but it still feels all right. Like it feels about on par with my TT, which is a much more modern car. Yeah. In terms of being able to just cruise along and live with it day to day.
I've done over an hour kind of trips, hour and a half trips in it so far.
Yeah.
A couple of months' time, I should be taking it over to Isle of Wight.
Nice.
So that would be quite a big trek.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know whether the new tyres are going to be on it by that point.
Yeah.
So wait and see. Maybe best to hold off for that.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. The list of things I want to do it keeps growing.
Yeah, always the way especially with a cheap car, because you think, well, I didn't spend much on the car, so if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. I can just throw some money at it, sort of thing. But this is what this car's built for. The sort of the B-road bashing. What's the temperature out here today? It's 25 today. Roof's down. Got a bit of wind in our hair. We can hear the exhaust in the trees. And even though it's on sort of stock setup in terms of suspension and wheels, it is quite flat. Oh.
Back end out.
That's the thing, it's playful but not uncontrollable, and I think that's what's good about this level of power as well.
Yeah.
You can really bring it out and take it to redline in every gear, and it's quite happy and comfortable. It's not going to step out and kill you, whereas if you had something 300-400 horsepower on a road like this, and you're really gunning it, this is what I said when I drove that modified S3.
Yeah.
It's too much power to enjoy on a road like this. It's only good if you're out and about.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a big wide road, nothing to crash into.
Like this big lorry.
Jesus.
And it does feel quite solid as well. Like even going over this really rough terrain, there's not too many creaks and rattles, and doesn't feel horrible.
No, it's one thing that did surprise me with this, because obviously normally you'd have some kind of you'd want to add some kind of stiffening brace or something to it.
Yes, yeah.
But I don't feel like the whole car's not.
No, you don't get that sort of convertible skull shake like you do.
Yeah, I know people when putting an extra brace in the bonnet area, and there's one you can get for the boot area as well.
Yeah. Just
to stiffen them up, especially if you haven't got the hard top or the roof up, as much as it won't do a great deal.
Yeah.
The standard roof, hard top roof would really stiffen it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, this goes to show the price of it. To get a hard top roof for one of these is at least 1,500 quid.
Yeah.
Which is the price I paid for the car.
Yeah.
Let alone just the roof part of it. I mean, I know they have the same for the MX5 community. If they want the hard top roof, they're like gold dust, and they're just a stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
And having one's a bit of a flex, but I think it would be wasted on something like this.
Yeah. Is that an M competition? Yeah, it is. That's nice. I just love that BMW flat six sound. It's so good.
It has got a good sound.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be the best sounding car we've run.
I mean, I know it's heavier and more cumbersome than, say, an MX-5, but I just don't think you can beat that engine. I think that's what I'd really enjoy in these summer months, is top down, hearing that engine note. And having a few more creature comforts in here as well.
Low roar to it.
Yeah.
I think the MX-5s do feel very cramped and very basic. Great fun, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But whenever we was just recently at a show, we had one literally side by side. And I thought this was small, but the MX-5 looks even smaller to this.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And you know, I'm 6'2", 6'3". There's no way I feel like I comfortably fit in there.
Yeah.
It seemed way too tight.
I mean, I think the value in a car is the smile it puts on you when you're driving it. And I think, you know, even as a passenger, I'm enjoying this road more in this than I am in my TT.
Yeah,
well, to me, that's a hot hatch with a different body. Like, it's just, it's kind of numb. It's kind of electric.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a standard E85 Z4 engine. Like, it's good. It's a good car. It's a great car.
Absolutely.
But it's not this raw experience.
No, especially one thing. This is my first convertible.
Yeah.
And you know, I notice, you know, now that with you feel so much touch with what you're doing going through. You know, you're feeling it. You got the wind coming everywhere, and that just adds to it. And how fun it is to just dart around when you've got the roof down, especially summer weathers. You don't feel like you're kind of looking through a screen anywhere.
Yeah.
No, you are the whole road
in the environment.
Well, yeah. And obviously, then you've got that great noise following you behind.
Yeah. And this road, I take cars through here quite a lot on reviews, and I always say, like, there's certain cars you can't bring out here, but this is one you can. And that's the pleasure in it. That's the pleasure in having a little bit less power.
Yeah. You know, you put your foot down, you're not having great speeds, you're not tearing it up, you're not suddenly slipping anywhere, because it's not powerful enough really to be doing that, especially at the 2.2 level. I mean, if you had the 3 litre or the you know, the M or the 3.2, then it might be a different story.
Yeah.
But at the 2.2 level, you know, you get enough speed, but you're not just skitting everywhere, and you can get the back end out. But like you said earlier, it's not stupid that you've got the back end out. It's not uncontrollable. It will kick out nicely and almost just glide out and come back in straight away.
Yeah.
When I was looking at kind of cars that you can get for 1,500 quid, you know, the same suspects are coming up: a Fiesta, a Corsa, something kind of that round.
Yeah.
And even then, for 1,500 quid, you're not getting a good one.
No.
You're getting one that's beaten up. If you want a good Fiesta, a good Corsa, then you probably want to be looking at actually more to the 2,500, 3,000.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
For something like that, that's probably got similar mileage, even though it'd probably be half the age. It's nowhere near as fun. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm 25 now, so my insurance is way better than this. And if you're starting out,
yeah, of course,
chances are you can't. But you'd always be surprised. I remember when I had the TT, I was only 21.
Yeah.
21ish.
That's a good few years ago now.
That was a 2-litre engine, and that was very affordable for the insurance, just because it was one of them niche cars that not many young 20 boys were having.
Well, this is the thing. I had the choice. I could either get a TT or an M140i, and the simple fact of the matter is M140is are all wrapped around poles everywhere, so the insurance is crazy on them, and you see them everywhere as well. So I just wanted something a bit different.
Yep. I've always liked the shape of these, and it's kind of half started off because I was chatting to someone else about what car they should get.
Yeah.
And this kind of come up. I was like, oh, well, what about one of them? And like, oh yeah, good option. And then kind of the Cupras were going back to a point. I was like, actually, I'm going to seriously have a look.
Seriously look at them, yeah.
And yeah, I went and test drove one. The one I said about the one that was
the tatty one,
spec, but it needed as much as it was charging.
Yeah.
And then this one has been perfect. I've barely spent anything on it.
Yeah, I think as long as they're serviced and looked after, you can expect wear on a car of this age. But in fairness, this one's in really good shape.
Yeah, I mean, it's not particularly beaten up.
No.
There's a few dinks here and there maybe, and like I said, the paintwork's not going to be great. But for 100,000 miles and 19 years on the road, it could be expected, really.
I mean, considering I got my Saab for 1,200 quid, this is a much better car. I mean, I loved that thing. I absolutely loved that thing, but it was a shaky mess in comparison to this, and obviously the build quality wasn't all that. It's just General Motors rubbish. And I loved it for the top-down experience and because it was a good all-rounder, and it was a cheap car at the time. But you know, this is a different level for sort of an enthusiast who wants to really experience a naturally aspirated manual car in the summer before they're all gone. And for that sort of money, it's throwaway cash in terms of cars nowadays. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot out there. The only thing is there's a lot of modifications you can get for these, but they are more expensive. Whereas you could get a Fiesta, you could get probably an all-round liquid kit for £200. Yeah. For this, you're looking at, if you just want the skirts, it's 150 by itself.
So a bit of exhaust noise. Let's see what she can do. Takes a while to build up, but the torque gets there. I love it. Yeah, I love that you can ring it out, it's good. So there we go, that is our take on why you should be stupid and go on Facebook Marketplace and find some old tat for 1,500 quid that you can go out and enjoy a day like today. So I'm sorry about the wind noise. I'm going to basically take this out for a spin myself soon, do a full review when I've got the chance. So thanks to Adam for bringing the car out today. If you want to check out more on this car, he's going to be doing some more over on his channel, which I'll link below. And for now, be sure to check out all my affiliate links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.